Picture this: two engagement rings on a black velvet pad in an upscale jewelry vault. Each ring is a classic platinum six-prong solitaire setting, holding a brilliant 1.5 carat round brilliant diamond. The diamonds are identical in cut, color, clarity, VS1, carat weight, and proportions. They throw the same prismatic rainbow dispersion across the velvet under the spotlight: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, dancing spectrums of fire. Even with a 10x jeweler's loupe, even an experienced grader cannot tell them apart by eye. One was formed.
Mazal Anna, listen. Natural diamond, this is not just stone. It is 1 to 3 billion years of geological history compressed into one tachshit, one jewel, formed at 140 to 190 kilometers below the Earth's surface, at temperature of 1,400 Celsius, at pressure 45 kilobar, 50,000 atmosphere of pressure. Crystallized over hundreds of millions of years, then brought to surface by violent kimberlite pipe volcanic eruption that travel from mantle to crust in less than 1 hour. Mined now from Botswana, Russia, Canada, South Africa. Yeah, when you give to your fiancée natural diamond, you give her 2 billion years of Earth's history. Lab-grown? 8 weeks in laboratory in Boston. No, where is the story? Where is the meaning?
Avi, that's a beautiful story, and it's chemistry irrelevant. A diamond is a diamond is a diamond. Pure crystalline carbon, sp3 covalent bonds, isometric crystal system, refractive index 2.418, hardness 10 on Mohs scale. The provenance does not change a single physical or optical property. The Federal Trade Commission ruled this in 2018. Lab-grown diamonds are diamonds, period. 2 production methods: CVD, chemical vapor deposition. A small diamond seed is placed in a sealed reactor. Methane plasma at 800 to 1200 degrees Celsius deposits carbon atom by atom onto the seed, growing approximately 0.5 millimeters per day, taking 6 to 8 weeks for a 1-carat rough. HPHT, high pressure, high temperature, replicates Earth mantle conditions in a giant 1,000-ton press at 1500 Celsius for 10 to 14 days. The output is chemically and structurally identical to mined diamond. GIA grades both.
Yeah, but Maya, let us talk the 4 C's and what the market says, not just chemistry. Cut, same grading scale, excellent to pour. The cut is what makes the diamond sparkle. Color, D through Z. D is colorless, the rarest. Z is light yellow. Clarity, flawless through I3, the inclusions inside. Carat, 1 carat is exactly 200 milligram. The market prices these grades very differently between natural and lab. For 1 carat round brilliant, F color, VS1 clarity, excellent cut. Natural diamond at GIA certified at retail today, 5,500 to 7,500 US dollar. Same exact spec, lab grown, only 1,500 to 2,500 US dollar. 3 to 4 times cheaper. A4, where is the catch? Resale value, Bezrat Hashem.
Yes, that price gap is the key consumer story. The same physical product at 1/3 the price means you can either save $4,000 to $6,000 on a 1-carat ring, or, and this is what most of my customers do, buy a much larger stone for the same budget. With $7,000, you can get a 1-carat FVS1 natural or a 2.5-carat FVS1 lab-grown. Same grade, more than double the size. For a 2-carat FVS1 natural, retail today is $25,000 to $35,000. Same lab-grown is $5,000 to $8,000. The price gap widens exponentially as carat size increases. Per Bain & Company industry report, lab-grown grew from 1% of the engagement ring market in 2018 to 20% plus in 2024, fastest category shift in the diamond industry's history. Millennials and Gen Z are 2x more likely than boomers to buy lab-grown.
Maya, wait. This is precisely my point. Resale value. Listen to me. Natural diamond. You buy retail today, you sell on secondary market. You recover roughly 30 to 50% of retail price. Yes, you take haircut, but the diamond hold its value across decade because supply is geologically constrained. Only so many kimberlite pipe in world. Big mines like Argyle in Australia closed 2020. Supply tightening every year. Lab-grown? Then production capacity grow 10% every quarter. Factories in India and China and US ramping up. Wholesale prices have collapsed 45% in just 3 years. You buy lab-grown today for $2,000, in 5 years maybe worth $200 at resale. 5 to 20% retention only. This is depreciating asset, like buying new car. Engagement ring, my friend, is meant to be heirloom, not consumable.
Resale is a legitimate concern, and it's also overstated because most engagement rings stay in the family for generations and are never resold. Let's talk environment and ethics. Per the TrueCost 2019 study commissioned by Diamond Producers Association, natural diamond mining moves approximately 250 tons of earth and rock per single 1-carat diamond, generates 160 kilograms of CO2 equivalent emissions, and uses 480 liters of water. CVD lab-grown 1-carat using 100% renewable electricity, approximately 28 kilowatts of electricity, 18 liters of water, 6 kilograms of CO2. That's 96% lower carbon footprint per carat, plus no mine-related land disturbance, no displaced communities, no Kimberley process loopholes. The best natural diamonds today are conflict-free via the Kimberley process, but my industry guarantees zero ethical compromise via traceable batch records. For the Gen Z buyer, this matters.
Okay, Maya, let me address the identification, because every buyer wants to know if they can tell the difference. To naked eye? No. To 10x jeweler loop? No. Even an experienced grader cannot tell apart by visual inspection alone, yeah? To distinguish requires laboratory equipment. The GIA use FTIR spectrometer, the Fourier transform infrared analyzer that detects the trace nitrogen aggregation pattern that take 100 million years to form in natural diamond and is absent in lab-grown. The Diamond View ultraviolet device, where natural diamond fluoresce blue and lab-grown CVD fluoresce orange-red. This is why GIA grade lab-grown diamond on separate report, clearly labeled laboratory-grown, and requires the laser inscription on the girdle of every lapstone. This is FTC requirement since 2018, disclosure mandatory. No retailer can sell lab-grown as natural, yeah? Always ask for GIA report before you buy.
3 takeaways. First, the technology. Both are pure crystalline carbon, identical in cut, color, clarity, carat weight, refractive index 2.418, Mohs hardness 10. Visually indistinguishable to the naked eye and to a 10x jeweler's loupe. Only laboratory equipment, FTIR spectrometer for nitrogen aggregation patterns, and Diamond View UV for blue versus orange fluorescence can tell them apart. The FTC mandates lab-grown disclosure since 2018. GIA grades both on separate reports with mandatory laser inscription on the girdle. Always insist on a GIA report before purchase. Second, the price gap. For a 1-carat FVS1 excellent cut round brilliant, natural is $5,500 to $7,500 retail. Lab-grown is $1,500 to $2,500, about 1/3 the cost. The gap widens exponentially at larger sizes. 2-carat natural, $25K to $35K. 2-carat lab, $5K to $8K. Third, pick the site that matches your priorities. Choose natural if heirloom value, multi-generational story, geological history, and 30 to 50% resale matter to you and your fiancé, and you have the budget. Choose lab-grown if your priority is maximum carat and quality for budget, 96% lower carbon footprint, and traceable ethical sourcing, knowing the resale market may only return 5 to 20% of retail. Both are real diamonds. There is no wrong choice, only the right choice for the two of you. Thank you, Avi Cohen. Thank you, Dr. Maya Patel. Until next time.